What up, what up? Say Stowe G, back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this video is going to be January is the most dangerous month of the year. So we're going to talk about it. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing videos out to give you leverage to better yourselves. Also, if you want a channel review or me to shout out your channel, just email me. My email address is in the description below. And I've actually seen some of my subscribers and maybe some folks that just follow me have actually sent me an email referencing that, and for me to be able to give them a shout out and to review your channel. Those are in process, but I have folks in line for that, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm definitely gonna get to it as soon as I can. Hopefully I'll be able to get most of those knocked out this week coming. I normally give myself like a 2 or 3 day buffer to get those things out, because I know when folks ask me for requests like that, they don't want to wait, you know, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I want to try to knock things out early as possible, as quick as possible. But I definitely want to give you the best product possible as well, because you're giving your hard-earned donation money to me to do these things for you. But that's the reason why I offer it, because I know folks need to have some outside insight when it comes to their channel, especially if they want to grow their channel. So in any case, if you want those things done, just send me an email. So let's get into it. So why do I say that January is the most dangerous month of the year? So I'm gonna give a couple of examples as for some events that have happened in the past in January. Actually, today is January 3rd, 2025. It's a Saturday. And I know some folks may think that I be coming up with some crazy topics and everything. I'm always on YouTube, always doing research, you know, always looking around to see what kind of content I can create and whatever around. You know, so, but these are one of the things that actually came up yesterday when I was actually doing some research on something else actually. So a couple of things have actually happened in January that I'm pretty sure folks my age and older remember, but some folks that are a little bit younger than me may remember this as well. The first event is the Challenger incident. So the Challenger incident happened in 1886, my goodness. No, it was done in 1986, right? And I was 8 years old at the time. And the Challenger was a spaceship. It was a NASA aircraft that was, I think it was going to some, I think it was going to a space station or something during that particular flight. And it exploded in mid-flight before it actually reached the atmosphere. And you know, the cabin, I think, was still intact from what I read. And of course, the cabin fell to the ocean, hit the ocean about 20 miles an hour. So basically, them folks passed away instantly. But that happened in January 26th, I believe. So that's one incident. And like I said, you know, folks that are a little bit younger than me may not remember that, but at 8 years old, I remember that, because I was in elementary school during that time, and actually we watched that particular spaceship blow up in real time. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. That was crazy. I'm pretty sure folks that are way younger than me remember being in school when 9/11 happened. 9/11, they probably was in school and they saw that happen in real time. Well, 1986, the Challenger incident was the real-time incident I watched myself that was really traumatizing. I remember the teacher actually crying in class when she saw that. It was crazy, but it happened in January. Second incident I would talk about is the Kobe Bryant incident, when Kobe Bryant passed away back in 2020 during a helicopter accident. That happened in January. You know what I'm saying? Folks maybe forget that, but that actually happened in January. He was trying to go to a game in California. He was leaving I think he was leaving some practice or something, or maybe his home during that time, and the helicopter pilot lost bearings and hit a mountain, and they perished. That happened in January. And then the most recent thing that happened in January that I'm pretty sure folks remember, and I'm pretty sure history is not going to record this as it happened in January, but I'm going to say it happened in January because I saw this thing happen in real time in January. And that's the vid. Put a CO in front of that. and a 19 after that. I know some folks when they try this to talk about this, they don't really say the full word because YouTube may flag it. But yeah, the vid. Now, for all intended purposes, everybody understands and remember that the shutdown happened in March of 2020, right? But I'm saying that that the vid was actually rearing its crazy head in January of 2020 because my daughter had the vid. Now, it's not documented she had the vid, right? She had the vid twice, actually. She had it documented and undocumented. But nobody's going to sit here and tell me that my daughter did not have the vid in 2020, in January. And the reason why I say that is that early January 2020, me and my wife had took her to a children's museum / pay park. It was an inside joint right down here in downtown where we live at. And a lot of kids around. There might have been like 30 kids inside that place. It was really cold that day. And I want to say maybe 3 days later, my daughter started getting real sick. Now, she had a flu shot before this happened. And actually, I want to say my daughter was 18, 19. So she was 2.5. She was almost, well, no, she had just turned 2.5. So she was real young, real small. And mind you, my daughter was born 26 weeks. My oldest son was born 28 weeks. And I know some men may not understand the pregnancy process. But if you have any baby that's born and you're gonna say he's 20, 24, 25, 26, that's pretty early. And my daughter was born at 26 weeks, so she was a really extreme preemie. And me and my wife knew early on that we had to really keep her protected as she got older, right? Being a baby and being a toddler because her immune system wasn't that great. So when she caught this virus, which we didn't know what the hell it was, it was, man, it was crazy. It was crazy. Within a 10-day span, me and my wife had took our daughter to the emergency room 3 times. And she got tested for everything. I'm talking about flu, RSV, whooping cough. I mean, anything you could think of that a person could have that has like these flu-like symptoms, she was tested for. I felt so sorry for my daughter, man, because I think the 3rd time she went there, they actually had to give her enema. They had to give her a shot in the behind. Like my daughter went through it. And she don't remember obviously because she was only 2.5, but that was a really rough time. And she started having these really high fevers. Now just imagine you having a toddler that's not 3 years old and their temperature average is between 103 and 106. And she had this temperature like at least for like almost 14 days. Like, it was crazy. That was the reason why we was even taking her to the emergency room, because once she got to 106, we like, man, by the time if she get to 107, a lot of folks start having seizures, So we sitting here terrified, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on. And the doctors didn't know what's going on. That's the reason what that made it so scary for us, because we're like, how in the world we went to the emergency room 3 times within a 10-day span and not one doctor know what the hell's going on? We started getting pissed. You know what I'm saying? We're like, what's going on here? Now, mind you, we had read and heard, months before, like in November time frame, how China had the vid, but nobody knew it was here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody even contemplated being here. And once I think mid-February came around and there was some confirmed cases of the vid here, I was like, our daughter had the freaking vid. We said it almost at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But that was a really scary thing. But guess what? She had the vid in January. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like January is like a really bad month for a lot of folks, and it's crazy because this is the new year, right? It's 2026 right now. This is a new year. A lot of folks have some new resolutions. They have a new outlook on life, right? They may have had a lot of things that happened bad in 2025, and they want to get past 2025 and move on with 2026 and get their lives right? And it just seems like a lot of things can happen. I won't say it will happen. We don't wish bad luck, bad juju on anybody or anything in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It seems like January is just a crazy month, man. So all this is to say that, you know, that we need to be very, very careful this month with everything that we do. We all know, well, maybe not all of us know, but during the month of January is the height of flu season in general. You know what I'm saying? So historically, a lot of folks pass away in January because of the flu and because of respiratory illnesses, and also heart disease. Heart disease is really bad during the month of January. So we just need to be very careful how we move in January. We just do, man. We gotta be very, very careful. And I know for myself, you know, once I realized this, and you know, saw that so many things happen during this first month of the year, I started moving real careful, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just making sure I look out for myself, look out for my family, not taking any unnecessary risk. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to get past this month, man. I'm not saying that we should be, you know, just dismiss the whole month of January. I'm just saying, like, you know, we need to be very careful. Be very careful how we move. Be very careful how we take care of ourselves during this month. Because, like, once again, historically, a lot of things have happened in January. It's almost like the enemy don't like January. You know what I'm saying? It's like the enemy, like, you know what, all these folks on this planet or whatever have all these aspirations and all these things they want to happen as positive. So I'm gonna step in and intervene and start doing bad things and try to knock out these folks' dreams. You know, a lot of folks, they decide to go to the gym in January because they want to get their health right. They want to start, you know, start working out and start, like, really taking care of their body. And a lot of folks fall off the wagon. You know, they'll start going to the gym, and then, like, maybe within a couple of days, they're like, man, this is too hard. So they quit, right? But they ain't never the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it seems like the enemy don't like January. But I rebuke the enemy in the name of Jesus, and I'm gonna make January the best month of the year for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, man. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, even though I've noticed that a lot of things crazy happen in January, I'm gonna make January the best month of the year. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be the best month of the year for the rest of the year, but I know I'm definitely gonna make sure that this month is a very great month for myself. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention, because like I said, January 2026, a lot of folks dismiss 2025. They don't even want to think about 2025. They want to move on with 2026. And just be careful out there, man. January is a crazy month. The enemy is busy. He's always busy, right? So we got to get busier with taking care of ourselves and putting our eyes on God, right? And making sure that we move in the space very carefully and very efficiently, all right? So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I catch y'all in the next video. Say so, G. Signing out. I'm gone.